Hello Shining Stars, welcome to Mah'ela's channel. So today, just before I start, I wanted to introduce you to this vibrating, oh I have the word only in French now, I'm sorry, toile vibratoire. It's like a vibrating painting. It's made in connection with my own soul's vibration. So I wanted to share the vibrations of it today, and I will be connected to that special painting and share all the vibrations with you. So today there are two things I wanted to talk about. I made a video on, it's only in French, so I will sum it up here. It was long and I didn't have the energy to make it in English, but it was about money and the value of money and the limiting beliefs we have in connection with money and with abundance and with everything which is, you know, abundance, material abundance, which is a big taboo, I know. Financial and material abundance, but also abundance of love and joy and abundance in general. So what I wanted to say about money, we have so many wrong beliefs about it. We tend to think, especially when we are, you know, working in energy healing kind of work, we tend to think that we should offer our gift. We have a gift, and then we should spread it around, but never ask anything in return. Okay, that's fine. But then how do you live? How do you make a living? Because we are still, although we might be already in the new world, you know, in fifth dimension, experience of existence, you know, and living already in the in 5D. Sorry for the language bugs. We are still attached to some, what we will call third dimensional 3D world, you know, like we still have houses and flats, you know. We don't live yet in some, or some do, but most of us don't do yet. We are still living, you know, in a material world, and we still need money to make a living, pay the rent and pay books, you know, phone bills or whatever, petrol for the car, you know. But then that's the thing. We tend to think we need money for a living. We want it, and most of us, we are going through the poverty case, you know, like we are like, okay, we need all this to make a living. Unfortunately, it's hard to make ends meet. We are living in poverty. So there is this conflict that we want money to make a living, but at the same time we push it away and we reject it, and we reject the value, because there is a negative value attached to money. There is this value that, okay, I might turn bad if I'm becoming, you know, like wealthy. Some people are bad, so maybe I become like this. But the thing is, money is an energy. It's not just an object. It's not something, you know, like that is negative or positive. It's neutral. It's energy. Some people misuse it, and that's why we think it's negative. They are like, okay, they amass, you know, all the money and steal it and never share it, and the energy remains stuck within them. But how do you want to use money? That's what matters. So let's say you receive, you know, like for your work, whatever work it is, you know, artist work, or like you know, the healing sessions I give. Okay, I ask for a price, and we receive, like, imagine you receive this money. What do you do with it? You know, how do you feel about it? So the way I see it more and more is that it's energy. You receive energy in exchange for what you give. And because you give something, it's not really um, it's not fair for you or the other person if you give without receiving in exchange, or if you receive and not giving in exchange, if it's a service, not if it's just a gift. If someone give you like a gift, like I received this painting, that's different because it was really, it's a gift. But if you work, and most of the time you give away, your own healing sessions, for example, or you paint but you give everything away, or you tell people just give me what you think it's worth it, what you think it's worth. So they create, like, you create a painting and you expect maybe you will get 100 euros and they give you 20 euros. Considering the time you invested, the energy you invested, and the all the paint, the material, just the what is it called, the support. If you see it like this, it's like mixing with your own worthiness, that you don't value yourself or view yourself. So basically, sometimes we need this energy exchange, especially if you are like doing therapeutic sessions. You not having the exchange will put like a debt on the other person, but also on yourself, because you lose the energy and you have nothing in exchange. And the other person, often some people, when I started also, like working, I was just giving it away. And some people say, I don't feel good that way. I need to give you something in exchange, because it feels like I feel bad just taking the energy, and it's like stuck here and it feels almost dark. Like this lady told me that, and she said, like, I have to pay you something and give you something. And she said, it's not fair on you, and maybe you should start to see it also. And I was like, okay, like, it really made me think. And after that, I received theta healing sessions to really work on these limiting beliefs that I understood were inherited often from our family, how our family and parents and grandparents have lived. Most of them were countryside people, and they had to save money to make a living. So we still have their values inside of us, and we still feel like, oh my god, I need to save, I shouldn't spend too much, we feel guilty if we spend. We still really have their values like stuck inside of us, and their views on money. It doesn't mean because they had their views and their way of working around money that we should have, like, keep the same. And also, it's like there is a fear of money, like we want it, but at the same time we are afraid like it's gonna change us. But that's just because of what we see on media or TV, like okay, some people turn bad and many of them are billionaires. We have this example, but some are not like this. They are, distributing in a way, or doing charity, like giving it to charities, and for example. So having more money gives more freedom. We feel less stress, less worried. We can make a living, it's easier, but also we can buy things, and by doing so, we can give the energy away. We receive this energy and we give some like euro, energy. It's like we give the energy away, we receive the energy and we give energy away. And then it spreads around. If we do it like with consciousness, with heart, with love, we receive with love, we give away again with love, and then it circulates around, and we can help people who need also, and some people who need sometimes a bit of help. It can extend our generosity. That's what I mean, when we are like, we receive a bit more, if we have a little bit more of abundance. Now I was talking really about the limiting beliefs of money itself, because I know it's a big problem for many people, and also to receive abundance. And the other thing I wanted to add, it's also a lot of, these views on money. It's really connected also to the Judeo-Christian values that have been accumulated within us, for centuries, like passed down for centuries. We lived in this poverty, like we have a contract of poverty, being poor is good. But this was made really to keep you like down on the ground, It's not the teachings of Jesus at all. That has been really like rewritten, remade, and made beliefs, but all these darker forces that existed before, and thank God are gone now. But it was really made to keep you under control. Well, if people are poor, it's easier to control them, isn't it? So that's what I wanted to say. Like, be aware of how you view money and how you relate to it and why you don't have it, because many people, like most of us, doing energy healing and all this this kind of work, we have a problem like with the view of the value of money, and also not having enough to make a living. So I've been working last year on it. It's really new for me that now it's tiny bit better. First of all, in my mind, because that's the problem. The mind, the ego mind, is really at work with this view on money, which is for most people like still a taboo. But that's the thing, like, you deserve abundance, and that's when I'm gonna also talk about it, about this part now. Do you feel worthy of abundance? So I talked about money, but that includes also abundance in general, not only financial abundance or material abundance, but abundance of love, abundance of joy, and having nice people around, like people who, like from the same soul group than yours, people vibrating like you. Do you feel the abundance of, generosity around you, and joy and happiness shared around you? So, and that's the other point. Do you feel worthy of this abundance? What type of self-esteem you have about yourself? And most of the time, if we analyze, if we go deep in, I went through also this process last year when I took the theta healing sessions, which really analyze, the all the soul contracts we have and all the limiting beliefs we have unconsciously, not only consciously, but often we think that, no, but that's not what I want this and this and this, but I cannot get it. But it's because deep inside, deep within, we believe and we feel the complete opposite. So for example, I realized, like, by analyzing that I wasn't deserving of anything. Love, joy, anything. I wasn't worthy. And that was like, I was, oh my God. So the lady, like, doing the session said, how can, you make a living with all that? It's just impossible with all these beliefs that you have inside. So the beliefs were that we have, like, we are not worthy, we don't deserve, this is blocking everything, and also receiving, when people give you, is it called compliment, like they say something nice about us, and we are like, embarrassed, this is not for me, I'm not that good. They probably they make a mistake, it's not me they talk about, it's really like the way we view ourselves, it's so little and so diminishing sometimes. And then when other people view the real us, when they tell us we don't accept it, we don't recognize it, and we feel indebted towards them, and then we push the abundance away. we also sometimes view that, okay, I feel embarrassed. What you tell me this and you give me this nice like gift. What can I give in exchange? And we feel indebted that what can we give in exchange? It's too good for me. I'm not worth it. Like that. So the mind is like creating all this conflict. It's like a prison inside of us, like all this mismatch. And what if we just stop for a moment and say, okay, I receive this. Maybe it's because I'm worth it. Maybe it's because I deserve it. I deserve it. And then accept it and feel gratitude for it. Just gratitude, not debt, gratitude. Just feeling like, wow, it's so wonderful. And I feel touched when, like when I received, for example, that gift. It was like amazing. And that's when I understood. I was like, I like it. And I want it deep inside. I really want it. So I felt joy, and I said it, and I was in gratitude, but not like feeling, oh my God, it's too much for me. It's not for me. What can I give in exchange? How can I repay? And that would be negative, and put more negative thoughts and make create like dark negative energies around you, but rather that you accept it. And the person offering to me, she said, you like it, she, if I would have said like, oh my God, yeah, but it's not for me, like she would have feel like certainly disappointed. And when I accepted and I was in joy, and she felt that joy, and we hugged, and it was like a rejoiceful moment, really a joyful moment. And we felt this love, and the love flow, and I was like, in exchange, that's what I gave. And then later in yeah, we can give, of course. Then it becomes like we can exchange and offer gifts. And then there is something else that comes after. And for example, I don't know, you write a poem for that person, or you just write a nice message and say, oh my God, like like thanking message. We can, but without feeling in depth, just in gratitude. That's the big difference. So I will start now with the codes, and it will be codes to help you recognize your worthiness, and that you deserve what you receive, the beauty you receive, the love, the abundance, money, whatever you receive that is beautiful. It's because you deserve it, because you are worth it. And also it will be codes to eliminate these limiting beliefs and false beliefs about money and abundance in general, and financial abundance in your life. So just sit and relax and breathe deeply. Taraja moro kunaro kunjugna hakani zana korakto to moro kuhareke tajakna karana narok to joka oro morok to shukti ta satana karak ta narkatik jugna roho pokareki tajang no norok no morkite sakaraka. You are worth it. You are worth abundance. Just accept it. Be grateful for it. Nothing else. We don't ask anything else from you. Just be grateful. Feel gratitude, nothing else. Ta jamor kane narakte deja ko rok to jo kite ta narakte o ta rok morakte ta jana rana jokoroto to soto ta narak jaka. You are worth it. Recognize your own worthiness. Ta ranjno ro to yike ka papa kene ta na ta to korona ta na sa ta to ro koro ta jo ro to koro jaka. You are worth all this happiness, all this abundance. Ta ra shoko korene jaka. Recognize yourself. Recognize you are part of the great divine source, and the source is shining through you, and therefore as a piece of the great source, the great God, you also receive the same thing that we give to God. You receive abundance. You are worth abundance. You are worth abundance. You deserve abundance. We eliminate any poverty contract made at the soul level long time ago, and implants connected to poverty and contracts of poverty. All these are now eliminated and removed from you. You are worth abundance, you are worth joy, you are worth love, worthy of love, worthy of abundance, worthy of joy and love and abundance. You deserve it. You've earned it. You've earned it. You are worth it. You are worth what the great source wants to give you, because you are part of the great source. Just accept it with gratitude, nothing else. Just accept it. Learn to accept what whatever abundance of love and joy and money, or the great source is offering you. It is for you, because you are worth it and you deserve it. To sanara raka sokrda na jinarako to te atsaktatana umo kujukti arenena rakto jora ta so kurna morosoko ujata arakana yashakarita so the naranisha na rokujakum the naraka. And all these light codes are for you. Just accept them, just with gratitude, nothing else. They are for you because you are worth it and you deserve it. Tasana jakaraka sokona sanara kimijaka. Tanara sokuna rokte anaknia orashok tukta sakta. The sokarto shadana rakta. The sokartinisha hokuratunko. Recenter yourself within yourself. And breathe deeply. You are loved. Remember that you are loved and you are deserving of this love. You are worthy of this love. Just keep on shining brighter, vibrating higher. I'm sending you all the love from my heart to your heart, to your worthy heart. See you soon. Bye bye.